Have we just entered the most exciting phase of the new Camp Nou project? Today's progress certainly suggests so. The compression ring continues pushing closer to another major milestone, while work across the third tier is steadily gaining momentum. July is officially underway, and if today's update is any indication, the weeks ahead could completely transform the skyline of the new Camp Nou. So, let's jump straight into today's construction update. The south goal remains one of the busiest areas of the project as the compression ring continues to rise at an impressive pace. Another radial beam has now been successfully installed, while crews are already preparing to lift a new steel box into position. The construction sequence is moving smoothly, with support towers, pillars, radial beams, and steel boxes being assembled one after another. Every new installation brings the massive roof support structure one step closer to completion, making the compression ring the standout feature of Camp Nou's ongoing transformation. After several quiet days, construction activity has finally returned to the third tier. Workers are assembling scaffolding and preparing the area for the reinstallation of temporary lighting, signaling that progress has resumed in the stadium's upper level. Although permanent seating is still some time away, these preparations show that work is steadily advancing and the third tier is gradually moving into its next phase of development. Work is also progressing on the stadium's service cores, where additional sandwich panels are being installed to enclose the structures. More sections are now taking shape as crews continue sealing the rear sides of the cores while preparing them for future facade installation. These important structural elements will eventually house elevators, utilities, and technical services, making them a key part of the stadium's overall infrastructure. Although no new ceramic louvers have been installed recently, work behind the scenes is still moving forward. According to information from the site, the installation team is waiting for painters and finishing crews to complete their work before continuing with larger sections of the facade. Protective covers are also being removed from the completed louvers. Support brackets and mounting points continue to receive their final adjustments. The stadium's iconic diamond structures continue to make excellent progress. Workers are building internal walls, installing utility conduits, assembling roof formwork, and advancing the aluminum framework for the future curtain wall system. With each passing week, these impressive entrances are becoming more complete and are beginning to resemble the architectural vision shown in the official renderings. Construction inside the VIP ring continues to advance rapidly as more curtain wall sections, sandwich panels, and interior finishing work are completed. Service cores are also progressing, while workers continue preparing the premium hospitality areas that remain one of the club's highest priorities. Completing this section is essential, as it could allow parts of the VIP facilities to open before the entire stadium is fully finished. Beneath the second cantilever, crews continue installing essential infrastructure, including drainage systems, ventilation routes, and service pipework. Similar work has already been completed on the lower levels, while the upper sections still require extensive utility installations before the stadium's technical systems can become fully operational. Although much of this work remains hidden from view, it is a vital part of preparing Camp Nou for its future operation. Work continues to progress beneath the north goal facade as crews focus on preparing the mounting system for the future louvers. Workers are carefully inspecting and adjusting the anchor points, with several connection brackets now marked using colored plastic indicators, likely for alignment and quality checks before final installation. Nearby, elevated work platforms continue moving into position, signaling that more louver support installations are about to begin in this section. Activity remains steady around the north goal corner, where multiple crews are carrying out structural finishing work. Workers are inspecting the upper steel framework while welding operations continue behind the vertical structural joint. Although no new louvers have been installed here yet, preparations are clearly advancing, bringing this corner closer to the next phase of the facade installation. The Tribune Stand is becoming one of the busiest areas on the construction site. A new louver support is being carefully lifted into position while several compression ring columns, already fitted with their lifting brackets, are lined up and ready for installation. Construction materials continue arriving across the area, elevated work platforms remain active, and the Tribune tower crane is preparing to take over the next stage of compression ring assembly, making this section one of the key focuses for the weeks ahead. The south corner facade remains structurally prepared for its next stage of development. While there are no major visible changes to the louver framework during today's visit, the area is fully organized for upcoming installations. With the supporting structure already in place, crews are expected to resume facade work here very soon as progress continues around the stadium. Across the south goal facade, workers continue performing detailed alignment work on the louver mounting system. Using elevated work platforms, crews are checking and tightening the anchor brackets while several connection points have been marked for inspection. These precise adjustments ensure every support is perfectly positioned before the permanent facade elements are installed. Attention then shifts to the exposed steel brackets, where another important finishing stage still remains. Before the sandwich panels can fully enclose this section of the stadium, crews are expected to complete the anti-corrosion treatment and final protective coating on the exposed bolts and structural steel. These finishing tasks may not attract much attention, but they are essential for the long-term durability of the structure. Another important finishing operation is taking place along the facade, where crews are removing the protective coverings from the recently installed LED lighting units beneath the louvers. As the protective plastic is peeled away, the lighting system is gradually revealed in its finished form. Nearby, workers continue carrying out additional facade finishing tasks, bringing this section another step closer to its final appearance. Inside the diamond structure, crews have installed nearly all of the vertical formwork panels needed for the next concrete slab. The framework is now ready for reinforcing steel, which will eventually cover the entire upper surface before concrete can be poured. Interestingly, despite the significant progress, very few workers are present inside the structure today, making it much quieter than usual. Attention now shifts to the second cantilever, where crews continue installing the permanent safety system. Protective netting has now been extended beneath the structure while workers secure additional steel tubes along the underside. Similar work was completed on the first cantilever some time ago, and the same safety measures are now being replicated on the upper level to protect workers during the remaining stages of construction. That wraps up today's Camp Nou construction update. With the compression ring moving closer to another major milestone and progress continuing across multiple areas of the stadium, July is already shaping up to be another exciting month for the project. If you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more construction progress, and I'll see you in the next one.